What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Space Bucket Growing with Drewski. Getting plugged in right now. Told you guys we was going to go live. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast once again. Don't mind the whirring of the background. You know that's the fan doing its thing. We're going to invite some people in here. See what happens. Man. So everybody, as y'all know, we've gotten some brand new buckets, nice from Lotus Eater Organics. They're not brand new, but they're brand new. They ain't been cut up yet. And I'm over here looking at my first bucket that's always getting rebuilt, it looks like. And seeing how I can improve on the overall design of the bucket. So what I'm planning on doing is on the main bucket, I'm going to drop my little hot poker or my drill in there, put some drainage holes on the bottom. Then I'm going to fit it with the 3-gallon smart pot. I'm going to see where that goes, and then I'm going to line the rest of that with foil tape. On the very top, where there should be some room with that 3-gallon pot inside of the 5. Notch out 2 of the fans. And those are going to be the 2 intake fans. My next step is going to be to build the LED spacer. I'm going to take 2 of the buckets and chop off the bottoms. And if you're looking at the pictures on Instagram, I'm going to cut right at that red line, so they're kind of short and they're going to be nice and subcompact and stacked on there. Once I get that all straightened up and actually I'm going to glue that together so it's one spacer. Once that's cured, I'm then going to cut a notch for an exhaust fan. I'm then going to line it with foil tape. Then I'm going to wrap the LED. Hopefully the fan's not too big. Shouldn't have to worry about the fan though with the lid I have coming. You guys will hear more about that when it comes, because I'm super stoked to hear that it's coming as well. It's a really, really big surprise, you guys, and I don't want to mess it up, and I don't want to ruin it. So when it gets here, you guys will definitely know about it. And it's, oh my gosh, it's just a blessing to have people who have the same mindset as you and want to help you progress and move forward and educate yourself, and within educating yourself, educate others about just a process that, if taking the time, you could learn this on your own in no time. Building a space bucket and growing your own cannabis indoors. And if you're not even growing cannabis, you can actually use this as an indoor garden setup itself too. So you can do a multitude of things with these space buckets. It's not just, prone for cannabis. But back to the plans on that. And then the lid, I'll have to see once it gets here, because I'm thinking I'm going to have to build another spacer, just a plain spacer, so that way the UFO can sit on top of that lid, can sit on top of that spacer, lock in, and then the middle will be LED, and then there'll be a plain spacer under that, and it'll go from there. So it'll be a pretty tall thing to start off with. It'll be a little bit more streamlined in wiring. Now that I've got a nice little plan for that. And once we get the foil tape and everything else that was purchased off of eBay, the light strip, foil tape, and there's something else. Sorry, you guys, I'm medicated right now, so my short term's not there. But I got 3 things. They'll be coming to the house very soon. Oh yeah, the smart pots, foil tape, and light strip. So those will be coming to the house soon, and we'll be getting going on the Lotus Eater, the LED Lotus Eater. I can't wait. It's going to teach me a lot about different types of lighting in your grow environment. What LEDs do differently than CFLs. What having more light inside the bucket is going to do overall in growth. And this is going to be a from seed grow. So we're going to go talking about germ stage, so it pops out, and then we start the veg process, and then from veg to flower, and then from flower to harvest. It's all going to go down in that bucket there. So it's looking like the total build time is going to take till the end of the month of next month. Not a big problem with me. It gives me more time to actually plan everything out, especially with the delay of how everything is getting shipped and when it should be at my house. So we're just going to go from there when that happens and let it rock. So I wanted to tell you guys also about 2.0, aka 2.5. So right now, I'm looking, as you look inside, all these fan leaves are now touching the spacers. And these things are huge, man. They're penetrating. They're nice and fat. I really don't know what I've got on my hands yet, but it's a nice little bushy sucker. It almost fills up the whole interior. Sorry about that, you guys. We're getting a notification on Google Plus there. You know, people are letting me know they're listening. But, yeah, you got a bunch of new growth that just popped up within the past 24 hours. You got some new leaves already, just boom, boom. And then on the inside of those leaves, we've got some new growth as well. So, yeah, I haven't topped it since I've cut all those leaves and realized that was a mistake. So I just let it kind of regrow and, you know, re-nurture itself. And all of a sudden this new growth pops up, which is pretty dope. Still got a pretty dope smell to it. Nice and danky in the morning. But still no signs of sex. And I have no clue what to do. So, for right now, what I'm going to do is switch it over to a 12-12 schedule, kind of force it into flower, and see what happens from there. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we get some signs of what the sex should be on this thing. Hopefully it's a girl. Like I said, it's the only time guys pray for girls is when they grow weed. And we're going to go from there. Progress has been pretty crazy. Like I said, it's been over about a month since we started this grow. It's now the 28th. You know, we started it April 21st. So, it's looking good so far. I don't have a ruler or anything or a measuring tape, so I actually measure how tall she is right now. But she goes any bit taller here in the next couple of days. She's going to be into the lights within about a week again. And that will prompt me to build another spacer. I'm building these on the go here. And I don't know what to do about adding more light to this one. I don't know if I should. it's getting kind of hard in there because, yeah, like I said, all these fan leaves are really huge and they're covering a lot of area and they just keep getting bigger. So the interior shot of this thing really looks kind of, I wouldn't say weak, but it is kind of weak at the same time. Like, I got a lot of stuff that's stretching up, and if you looked at it on the inside, if you looked at this plant on the inside, it looked like it's a pitchfork. That's how the leaves are stretching from the branches on the inside of this. And I've got a lot of heat stressed inner leaves that are on the smaller side, and I really didn't do anything to like clip those off. I just kind of let them sit. They're going to heal themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's still new growth coming, which is crazy because there's new growth on spots I didn't think there's going to be new growth. And yeah, this thing's getting massive. I think my next step is to introduce nutrients, because I still haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like I said, this has been an all natural grow for me. So I'm talking about water and soil, baby. And this thing is thriving. It's popping up real fast on me. So we're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna continue to document this process here. We're also going to document all the other steps that are going to go on to this. Actually, as I do them, it's going to be a step-by-step podcast that you guys are going to follow. If you guys are following me on this, I so appreciate it. And thanks for listening, you guys. Bucket 2.5. Got to get another line of foil tape and another spacer. There's bucket 3.0, aka the LED Lotus Eater, is on the way. You guys are going to get step-by-step on that. Follow us on Instagram at whatarewedoing_podcast. You can also follow at Elevated Lifestyle LV. Sounds like it's spelled. Also follow our sponsor at Mostly Safe Micro Grows. That's Mostly Safe 8 on Instagram. You can check out their store on Etsy as well. Check out their pro-built space buckets and follow their journey as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones who've given me the opportunity to go bigger and better, and hopefully you guys learn as well. And hopefully you guys are following me on either Google or Instagram and this podcast. You guys are following for all of the listens that we have. And conjunction with the Instagram, you guys are going to be able to see how this step-by-step process is going. And hopefully by watching my step-by-step, you guys will learn how to build your own space bucket. And hopefully you guys get your own grow going. So that'll be super dope to see how many of you guys are actually going to do this. Is really following me. Who is really following the process. Not even me. This is more of the process than me. Because I think this is the coolest thing in the world. That the plant I have in my hand could potentially shoot me about a couple of ounces if it's done right. I don't think it is at this stage. I'll probably get something out of it. But it'll be mine. I grew it. And I've learned from it, and I'll learn what to do next time, because next time is going to be something completely different, especially when I actually do decide to introduce some really heavy, low-stress training in here. It might even be this one. But you guys will follow along and hear about it as I do it. Right now, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 finger leaf. Wow. This thing is growing amazing, you guys. But, hey, follow me on Instagram. Follow this podcast. Hopefully you guys are learning something. Thank you to my sponsors, Mostly Safe Micro Grows and Lotus Eater Organics. Lotus Eater is the one who's provided me with the buckets. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.